Okay, so here's the top level. Any bugs or anything up here. I do see a little mite run by. I threw a Taco Bell bag in here the other day. Some packaging from Amazon. There's a little beetle. And then here's the next layer. And this layer is really just, it feels a little moist, which is good. We have a gas fireplace that runs at night, and I haven't wanted it to dry out below. So this has just kind of been a test. This is some ripped up egg carton, and then ground, I think it's a pizza box and a Firehouse Subs container. And then this paper is just here to just kind of try to keep the moisture in so it doesn't dry out below. And also so I have something to put the trays on as I take them off. Also, we have cat food. So what I'm looking for in this area is what's going on. Oh, look, there's one right here. Look how long they are. And this one's a younger one. You see how much smaller it is?
Mm-hmm.
So we've had, last time I looked, which has probably been, well, last time I really noticed babies was about a week ago, and there were a ton of them. So I'm just kind of this is our second tray up. This is the one that I've been feeding in. And what I'm looking for is how many worms are up here, how much food is up here, what's the moisture level like. This is a lemon, and it is getting really slimy. So I'm just going to leave it in there. I've been just kind of waiting to see how long it would take to break down. So what I'm noticing is there's not tons of worms. Well, I just said that. Maybe there are more worms up here than I think. That's really what I'm looking for. This was the other lemon, or a tea bag or something. It's got a whole bunch of black soldier fly larvae on it. So I'm just going to pull it out.
So there isn't a bunch of larvae in there.
No, they tend to be in the lower level for some reason. So anyway, really, I'm just feeling through here to see what the consistency is. Some of this is coconut coir, and it's kind of dry. This is actually, I put grapes in here, and that's a grape stem. Just kind of to see, like, you know, the grapes are long gone. They seem to really love fruit. But anyway, I'm just trying to get an idea. And it's so messy in the house. Like
Kaylee, we don't need your help.
It's okay. It's so, here's an avocado shell that hasn't broken down completely yet. So what I found is it's just so messy in the house. I think I'm going to have to move it to just a tote and see how it just flopped everywhere. And try it that way to be able to get through the window. Ooh, what's there? That might be the other lime. Yeah, there's a lime down in this corner that's, again, still got some, must be breaking down some. I'm going to let them go at it. There's a black soldier fly larva. A lot of times they're clustered in something. So anyway, I'm just kind of looking around to see what's down in here. But there's really not that many worms. I started with 750 worms total. And if there's cocoons going on in here or not. So I think we'll do a feeding, and then this weekend it's a banana peel that's taking a while too. But I don't see tons of mites. I don't see tons of bugs, which have been my concern in bringing it inside. And we're running out of space. Here comes one guy.
And our cats are a bit annoying because they always try to do stuff.
Yeah, the cats are super interested in, because it smells.
They're other little helpers.
They also, if one climbs out in the night, they
kill it.
They're on it. Well, they're not trying to kill it. They just
want to figure out what it is.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's
something moving.
Yeah, even this paper feels kind of dry. Because I'm messing in the top level. What happens is they start going, oh, I should go up or down. And that's one thing I really don't like. Okay, I just wanted to show what it looks like on this bottom layer. I think this is looking pretty darn good. I'm actually going to move these pieces up now since it's definitely super wet down here. This, other than some pieces of paper, which is from the original layers, there's really not, there's like no food down here. That's all this is. It's just paper from, but other than that, this is like finished castings. That means it's about to hatch.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yep. That is a
You're the
stick
worm expert. You.
off of grapes. So yeah, I think it looks pretty darn good. I think actually what's probably, oh, I see some little ones.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
smaller
zooming.
ones. Okay, hold on. I can't. And I don't see tons of black soldier fly larvae. Sometimes, man, there's a whole bunch, right? Isn't there, Ed?
Mhm.
Look, there's a little.
Yeah, it's the first time me and you picked them out.
See?
There were like 40 to 50 in the first tray.
Mm-hmm. Each time there's been 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So other than these pieces of like newspaper that haven't broken down, they're just taking longer. They're really, this is like all pretty much just castings. So I think what I may do is feed in what was the second tray and then set this tray on top of it and see if we can get them to migrate down to go through the food faster. So basically what I'm looking for are, you know, are there babies? Are there cocoons? What's still left down here? And
this worm lady right here thinks we're ready to make an entirely new bin just out of cocoons. We're ready for that, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not the one that
yeah,
this is my first video of being here.
This feels really good. I think that it's time to figure out how to get the worms out of it. And then there's a sprout. And then sift it and let it be ready for somebody's garden for next year. We do not garden.
No, we garden cats.
Yes, I didn't start.
We have 4 cats.
So really, I'm just kind of trying to pull anything that feels big out of this.
Anything
that is
that feels
the top
weird.
of a banana. It still hasn't broken down. Any bits of paper, that kind of stuff. Just really because I want to encourage them to move to the next.
I mean, some of our neighbors garden, but
yeah, we have family that gardens, so I'm excited to. My plan is just give the compost away. My goal was to not be throwing away so much trash, food that I knew could be composted. That's really why I started this.
But I mean, whenever we eat stuff that we're not gonna finish, like fruits or vegetables, we can just freeze it and then wait and then give it to the worms.
Right.
So it doesn't go to a waste.
Right.
We give it to the worms now.
And now we're not throwing it, and it's just sitting in a trash heap for thousands of years.
And also it does, and the worms destroy it faster, so it's not just disintegrating somewhere.
I'm not noticing as many babies as when I was in here the other day, but there's definitely some.
I mean, I can turn the light up and down,
Look, see, oops. There's a baby. See him in my hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll put him back in.
Yeah, the babies are pretty small.
They are. So that's really kind of, just the things I'm watching for. The cameraman has left me. So I just did some cardboard. I've got 3 slices of frozen moldy cantaloupe right here. I've covered it with coffee and some tea bags. That's kind of dry. So I figure that should keep the whole balance, not too crazy. My goal is for them, I'm hoping they're going to start moving through food faster. I have been worried about overfeeding, so I've probably underfed. Oh, wait, I did a scoop of dry mix under all this, and then I'm going to put one on top because I'm trying to keep bugs down. So now that's completely done. I'm just going to cover it with what I've got in here already. And today is Thursday, so I'm going to check this again on Saturday and just kind of see like how fast do they go through 3 slices of cantaloupe. I'm thinking I can probably ramp up they seem to be eating fruit faster, and I've kind of been slow about feeding, which is why I think this bin is kind of dry. So anyway, that is the plan, to try to get more of them to migrate out of. So I'm actually going to swap the bins and put the bottom one on the top and then cover it up and be done. I just wanted to show, this was actually full of worms and castings. I don't know if you remember, but a couple weeks ago I threw a couple handfuls of shredded bound paper up here. So I'm actually going to move all these guys up to the active feeding tray and then put some more cardboard down here and restack. Up to the trays. The one that I had started originally is the one on the bottom. Now the feeding tray is the one on below, or the one on the top. The one below that is the one I just put the cantaloupe in. And then below that was a little Dobby. So now I'm going to put the tray with the paper back on top and fluff it, the shredded paper around, and leave it and come back and check in 2 days and see how many are moving down.